Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. I am coming to you on Sunday, April the 3rd. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly open and gap. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. We're beginning the month here. First full week of the month, trading week. So let's make sure we have risk management in place so we don't lose more than we're willing to lose on any one particular trade. So starting off, we'll take a quick look at the monthly chart. Considering we started the month on Friday, we are 15 pips below the monthly open, 33 off the high, and 34 off the low. So pretty much in the middle of the monthly range so far. Looking at the weekly chart, we gapped down, we filled the gap. In fact, we filled the gap on every pair except for the Aussie New Zealand, which gapped down. In fact, all but 3 pairs gapped down. That's kind of interesting. And for the week, we're 31 pips above the weekly open. We're right near the weekly high, and we are 35 pips off the weekly low. And we are within the opening range for the month. We're putting in the opening range for the week. For the year, we're 406 pips below the yearly open. We are inside the range of the inside bar that happened 2 days ago. We've got a long trigger at 31.75 and a short at 31.05. And we have a fair amount of inside bar action on the daily, not so much on the weekly, and very little on the monthly. Range, we are 8 hours into the trading day. We've got 2 pairs over 100 pips in range, both of them New Zealand pairs. And as far as the pound goes, we've got 36 pips of range. And it looks like it's been all buy here. That first hour triggered a buy, and that's been pretty much it. There's not enough range for the rats, so rats need to wait. As far as the pivot, price near the pivot point, it says go short. Near R1, go short, and near S1 long. So we're 2.5 pips above the pivot at the moment. Let's see what happens. Oh, and the Bambino Flex is also calling for a short, or short bias, that is. Missed pivot, well, we've taken out all the April pivots so far, but we've got 3 open daily pivots from March. As far as the week goes, last week's pivot is still missed. We have a missed pivot from 5 weeks ago. Monthly, this month and last month haven't been hit yet. So we missed last month. So far this month, we're off by about what? 71 pips right here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. We started in the lower wick zone Friday's daily candle, and we have moved out of it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Once again, not much range to speak of for the week at this moment. We'll have something more later on Monday, since it is technically Monday, even though where I am here local time, it's still Sunday. Walmart lines with the simple price action sweet spots. Um, Once again, there's just not enough range at this time of day to be trading this method. It's not a good time to trade this method. As far as higher low, lower highs, they can be used pretty much anytime. You can see we just put in a 3-ball at the top, and we broke through a couple of the previous a 2-ball level or 1-ball level here. So we may have scalped for a pip. And we have a frequency distribution. Once again, somebody had asked me about the return bars and to do a little explanation. So I see a return bar here, another big body here. So look for these levels to be hit. The way the return indicator, it only draws the line or plots the line at the most recent one. I don't think that can be changed. No. But it does highlight by painting a vertical stripe, so you can see where the return bars are. And I was showing that the year-to-date range by month. Right now we look at range by month, so 67 pips so far in April. And we can take a quick look here. Range by month. We can show the accumulated. So we haven't added any range so far in April. And I'm thinking topics this month. I think I might do indicators, because I've been getting a lot of questions. There's some, I guess, new people or people who are new to the channel. A lot of people are curious about different indicators that I've written, or even indicators that I haven't written, or ones that I've modified. Somebody else was the original coder, and then I put a few bells and whistles onto the indicators and enhanced them. So I might just go over some indicators. So if there's an indicator you'd like me to go over, I'd be happy to do that. I know a lot of times people like to ask me about the rat zone and the wick zone. So I might start out with those, even though I've done many videos on those indicators. But the rat has the smart rat version. So might look into that. And I also might show some statistics, how I come up with indicators, because usually it's just something that I see on a chart and it's like, then I'll think, okay, can I write some statistics around what I see to see if what I think I see is actually what's there. Because sometimes you think you see something, but your mind's fooling yourself. In fact, I was watching a documentary tonight And it was talking about, I guess, some of the get rich quick schemes out there. And they were also talking about gambling and how we see patterns out of randomness because our brains are basically pattern matching machines. Um, and a lot of times we think we see something, but it's not really there. And I think, as I mentioned last week or last month in the Trading Better series, trading has a unique property that you can get the same signals, and in one time you'll have an opportunity to take profit, and other times you won't. And that's just the nature of trading. And it's a hard pill to swallow. It's something that a lot of traders just really struggle with because it's like, well, it's supposed to work, and why didn't that work? And the thing is, you just have to realize it's just the market. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully, over time, if you've done your statistics right, your homework right, and you're executing properly over the long haul, if you have a positive expectancy, you'll see victory. You just never know on any one particular trade. That's why it's so important to have stop losses. And then I was reading a blog, it was kind of funny, and I even sent a message to Walmart. Hey, are these guys watching our videos? Because they were talking about what Walmart and I were talking about last week, which was, Walmart says, risk management, that's important. I was saying, well, yeah, that's important, but I think, brain management, if we have to pick, the method, the risk management slash money management versus brain management, I say brain management's the most important because if you can't control your brain and you go on tilt, everything else goes out the window. I mean, sure, one of the things I've written, not for public release, is I have EAs running in the background on charts I don't even look at that will automatically set a stop loss. So I don't have to think about it. And if you can do things like that to make your trading better, go right ahead. And, as I've said before, why don't I release them? Because too many things could go wrong. I don't want somebody blaming me for if there was some little bug for some weird reason the indicator didn't put in the stop loss. Because one example is you click the mouse, and then on the next tick, the EA will see that there's an order out there or a position that doesn't have a stop loss, and it'll go to fill it. Well, if in that tick it moves so far that it can't put that stop loss in, well, guess what happens? It doesn't get put in. And that can happen. So I don't want to be blamed for that. So that's why I don't put EAs out there. But that's just one aspect of trading that you have to be aware of. So, like I said, I think you got to get yourself under control. You do that, and you pick a system where I think Walmart and I kind of agreed. I don't think there's any system that's so bad that you can't pull money out of it with proper brain management and risk management. I mean, I just don't know a system that's that bad. Maybe somebody could suggest one that's just a total loser. It'd be interesting if we could find it. Because if you could find something that's a total loser, all you have to do is the opposite, and it should be a total winner, right? Anyway, I hope you all had a fun, safe weekend and that April starts off profitable for you and you keep it that way. So just remember the next time you sit down at your trading terminal, It's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.